Forced or chosen, change is never a bad idea. LaValereavis here, your no-nonsense business coach, and I'm talking about making changes today in my 6th post about small business survival. Tip number 6 is actually, it's relevant at any time in your business, and I'm hoping that small businesses up to this point during this COVID pandemic have begun doing this a long time ago, at least a month ago, but I still think it's worth talking about. And that is looking at all of your expenses and cutting back every expense that does not directly contribute to revenue. In times of abundance, in normal times before this pandemic, you know the kind of expenses I'm talking about. You can be a little slack on maybe your marketing costs. You can maybe afford to have a couple extra positions. You can maybe afford a few luxuries in your business. Luxuries, although the definition of that is being challenged right now too. So anyway, tip number 6, scale back to essential operating costs that are only revenue supporting. And again, this seems obvious, but when you're forced into a situation like we're in right now, you really, really understand what is essential and what is not. So my tip is look at your expenses, and if there is any expense that is not directly related to you staying open and generating revenue, you really have to make some hard choices right now. And that's the change that, whether forced or chosen, is good, because small businesses that are surviving this, they are going to come out on the other side so lean and so mean and so ready to be successful and to serve. So I know some of those choices are hard, but I also want to remind you that it's temporary. You know, there may be changes that you're forced to make now that you choose to keep on the other side of this, and there may be changes that you're forced to make now that you can't wait to undo, okay? Either way, it's temporary, what we're in. So you got to make it work, and you got to make the changes that are going to support revenue only, or increase revenue or exposure, or whatever that means to you in your business. So evaluate all your expenses and make the hard choices now so that you can survive and have a stronger business coming out on the other side of this. So you can do it. I believe in the power of small business, and I know it's hard work, but it's going to be so worth it on the other side. Whatever the small business environment is kind of warping into right now, I think it's going to be better. So hang in there, do all the things.